Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today, and this week sees the release of a follow-up to The Shining that was almost 40 years in the making. Dr. Sleep is hitting store shelves along with the romantic comedy Last Christmas, the dramatic mystery The Good Liar, and Scream Factory is releasing a director's cut Blu-ray edition of the latest Lars von Trier movie, The House That Jack Built, plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Walmart, and wow. I have no words, guys. I have absolutely no words whatsoever. It is literally bare. There is no new releases out this week whatsoever. They're barely stocked with any of the Terminator Dark Fate from last week. All of these empty areas, some are for Dr. Sleep, some are for The Good Liar, Last Christmas. You name it, guys. It is just all completely bare, man. I cannot believe it whatsoever, dude. This is crazy and insane. They have a few things to talk about, but this is nuts, man. The first thing I'm seeing is, well, of course they finally have the Blu-ray digital of Motherless Brooklyn over here that was supposed to be last week, but we finally see it here this week. They also end up having this DVD of this indie horror movie called Apparition, which I believe came out last week as well, but we didn't see it here, starring Mina Suvari and Kevin Pollak. Not too bad of a cover, actually. Not bad at all. Inspired by true events. God, isn't all horror films, like, inspired by true events in one way or another? Like, saying it's inspired by true events doesn't exactly mean that it's a great horror movie, you know what I'm saying? It just means that it's just slightly inspired. That's about it. Like, slightly the truth, but not really. You know what I'm saying? A group of millennials experimenting with a spiritually guided app successfully connect to the other world. Oh, God. So basically, they're really stupid millennials that deserve to be killed. Oh, God. You know, sometimes I don't feel bad for the people that die in these movies, guys. I really don't. I do not feel bad for some of these people whatsoever, and this is one of the times. They decide to experiment with a spiritually guided app. Geez, I wonder what's going to happen when you do that. Oh, man. These people deserve to die in a big, bad way, dude. I mean, it's nice to see Kevin Pollak doing work and Mina Suvari. I like them as actors, but, ooh, I don't know. This one might not be so hot, guys. Or if you want to watch it, then you're rooting for the bad guys to kill the really stupid millennials. Yeah. Millennials aren't all stupid, but movies like this really tear it down in a big bad way. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Dead Earth, which I believe came out last week as well. Which actually has a really cool cover here, man. With like this undead zombie sort of reaching out to attack somebody. 2 women, 1 million undead, 1 chance to survive. Not bad here, man. Almost looks like a cover of like a video game or something. Who do you trust in a world gone mad? In this searing post-apocalyptic action thriller, 2 young women cling to life in an abandoned resort. They must survive in silence and fear of attracting the hordes of undead. Oh, so it's basically just your regular average post-apocalyptic zombie film trying to survive the zombies and, of course, people out to kill you. You know, regular people out to survive. Then that kind of movie. I mean, I like a really good zombie survival horror movie. I love a lot of zombie films. I kind of feel like the zombie genre, though, is kind of run its course a little bit, and it's not as creative as what it once was. I mean, there's still some really good zombie movies out there, but I don't know, man. I mean, they kind of need to take a little bit of a break and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain horror genres need to do it. Zombies is one of them, but I mean, it kind of looks cool, man. it could be a cool little sort of post-apocalyptic zombie film, kind of like almost like a Resident Evil or something. And I do like the first Resident Evil. After that, not so much, but kind of looks kind of cool though. I like the cover, man. Might be worth to give it a shot. Not saying blind buy, but maybe rent it. Then over here they have The Great Alaskan Race. Here with, oh, Dove approved. Very nice. Can't go a week without Dove approved. A area outbreak hits a small town. Oh, so it's basically them sort of helping the town, sort of men with their like husky sled dogs and trying to survive the elements and get the medicine to the people. Okay, that kind of is a cool sort of courageous story. It probably is a very interesting tale, man. But I'm noticing that it says The Amazing True Story of Togo and Balto. Isn't there a new movie on Disney Plus called Togo with Willem Dafoe or something? I could have thought there was, but maybe I was wrong. So is that the same story as this? I'm assuming it must be. It looks like an interesting story, though. I love dogs, so, you know, with sled dogs and sort of persevering through the elements, that could be a cool one, man. Not bad. They have that. They also have over here, I'm noticing they have the DVD of Angels Fallen for $9.96. Now this stars Michael Madsen, and the cover looks kind of cool, but kind of cheesy a little bit. Kinda. Ashes to ashes, we all fall down. Really? Okay. I remember singing it when I was a kid, but didn't think it would be a tagline on the back of a cheesy horror B-movie. Okay. Gabriel, a retired demon bounty hunter, returns to the dark, and when his deceased wife's prophecy comes true, that 4 angels will come to destroy mankind. Ah, he has to come out of retirement and fight those vicious demons and the hordes. Bastards. Fight to protect humanity. Interesting. Man, I like Michael Madsen, dude. I like Michael Madsen from some of those like early sci-fi stuff that he did, and the like Species and Species 2, and I like him in the Tarantino stuff, but damn, dude. Michael Madsen's really fallen off, hasn't he? I mean, the synopsis isn't bad, but it reminds me of a lot of these sort of angels coming down and fighting demons type of movies. There's been a lot of them, man, over the years. You know, you can talk about things like The Prophecy and stuff like that. I mean, probably a better made movie. It probably is interesting, has some interesting elements to it, but stick with movies like The Prophecy and stuff like that, which are better well made and has some really, really great kick-ass action to it too. And Christopher Walken is amazing in those movies. This kind of looks like on the bottom tier of it too, but damn, it's a shame on that one. They also over here have Nation's Fire, Family, Strength, and Honor, the DVD digital over here. And I was looking at this one, and the reason why I was looking at this is because it has Lou Ferrigno, Bruce Dern, and Chuck Liddell. Very interesting. It looks like badass biker chicks. Family, Strength, Honor. Not a bad cover, actually. Gloria Nation, the leader of an all-female motorcycle club called Heaven's Fire. Well, that's a cool name for a biker gang. Abandons her gang to raise her son when her husband Chuck Liddell goes to prison. An all-male comfort gang. Years ago, established an underground drug ring. Oh, it's kind of like, you know, the biker gangs facing against each other, retaliation, going against the drug war that they have, that type of thing. Okay, it looks alright. I mean, there's, you know, I'm not really into the whole sort of biker gang warfare movies. Some I really do enjoy. Like, there's that one really great one, Stone Cold, which is really great, dude. I love that movie. Stone Cold is fucking brilliant. And there's a couple other ones, like they had that TV show on FX that was really popular, but I'm not really a fan of it most of the time. A lot of it's just really melodrama for melodrama's sake, but there's some that are pretty good out there, though. Chuck Liddell, Lou Ferrigno. It's nice to see they're doing work. I just don't really think this really lights my world on fire. Definitely let me know what you think of Nation's Fire. Good, bad? I do like kick-ass females, though. Also, over here, I am seeing they do have the DVD of the complete 5th season of Ballers for $14.96 that we didn't see last week that came out at other stores. But they also have the complete series of Ballers for $54.96, and this we definitely didn't see. This is one that has all of the 5 seasons in it. So if you haven't picked up any of the previous seasons and we're waiting for a complete set, they do have Ballers, the complete series here. Not bad. And look at my man Dwayne Johnson, man. Ooh, dressing all fly, man. Not bad, dude. Not bad. So they do have that over there. Outside of that, though, I got to admit, guys, I'm really disappointed with Walmart here. I really honestly am, man. I mean, look at this, dude. I mean, yeah, we saw a few interesting stuff, some indie titles, but outside of that, where's the big name titles? Where's Dr. Sleep? Where's The Good Liar? Where's, you know, the new release of Rabid? Where is all this stuff, man? It's nowhere. Dude, they really just disappointed big bad this week, man. Yeah, dude, that really sucks. Well, not much else to show. Let's head out. Guys, I'm speechless. I really honestly am speechless, guys. I cannot believe this. I mean, I'm not the only one looking for these titles, guys. There was actually a lot of people that were looking at the new releases before I started filming, guys. A lot of people were looking for Dr. Sleep. They were looking for a lot of these newer titles, these big name releases that were coming out this week, and Walmart's got none of it. I mean, it's a Tuesday. This is midday right now, guys. It's a Tuesday, midday. These titles should be out here, guys. I mean, the big stuff that comes out on a Tuesday is movies. You put out the movies on a Tuesday. That's what you do. It's really crazy, man. It really honestly is crazy and ridiculous. I mean, I haven't been able to get in contact with the third-party vendor because I haven't seen him. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know, you know, what's going on, if they're not getting the stock in or that they're just not caring to put it out. I mean, it could be a lot of things, guys. I just don't know what to say, man. It really is frustrating here, not only for me, but a lot of people who want to come here to actually pick up the titles. I mean, we'll come back here later on to see maybe if they have the stock out, but in the meantime, yeah, it seems like they're always a week behind, and this just might continue to be the trend. Well, let's go to the second location, and hopefully we'll see a hell of a lot more than what we saw here. All right, everybody, we're at our second location, Target. Now, before we go in, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the whole Walmart situation. Now, I ended up calling Walmart just out of the chance that maybe they forgot to put out the physical media, and I just wanted to call and say, hey, you know, do you have any copies of Dr. Sleep, and so on and so forth. And the employee seemed completely disinterested about wanting to look or anything like that. Just was completely not helpful whatsoever. On top of that, you know, I saw a bunch of employees end up going back and forth to the media section, and they know that the holes are there, and they've done nothing about it. Now, look, one of two things could have happened. One is that they just don't have the truck and the stock in. Okay, fine, let's go ahead and say that. The problem with that is that this is now like the second or third time that's happened. Now, if I was like one of the managers of that Walmart, I would be like, well, what's the delay? If other stores are getting the stock in, why aren't we getting it? I would be looking into that. Two, let's say they did have the stock and they just decided not to put it out. Walmart is open 24 hours. You have people stocking all night long. You would think people would go in the back, find the stock of the movies, and then put them out. Or during the early morning, they would come in and they would start to go through the boxes of the media and bring them out. Look, on Tuesday, your biggest thing to put out are the movies. I mean, music has their own day, books have their own day, but movies have Tuesdays. That's your biggest thing to put out, and they're just not doing it. Now, I'm sure Walmarts do have them out, guys. I'm sure your Walmarts do. I'm sure, like, you've seen YouTube videos that have them out. Mine just did not have it. And now, it's not hard to put out the physical media, guys. I used to work at Media Play years ago, like for 1 or 2 years. I would put out, like, when DVDs were just starting up, the early DVDs, I would put out VHS. It's not hard to put the physical media out, guys. It's pretty goddamn easy. Walmart is just not doing it. And it's a real shame because I love Walmart. I love Walmart so much, but it just really frustrates me when I see this because, you know, it's hard to support these stores when they're not putting the media out. I get why people want to go do the online shopping, and I do a lot of online shopping, guys, because there's frankly just a lot of titles that come out that these stores don't carry. But at the same time, a lot of people are going online because these stores, a lot of them just aren't carrying these titles at all. They're just not putting them out. And employees sometimes are just not caring. Like I said, I love Walmart. But when I see this, it really gets to me in a big bad way, guys. Like I said, you know, I think physical media would be way better in stores if people, you know, just put out the stock. It's not that hard. It really isn't. I mean, that's just my 2 cents, man. I mean, let me know what you guys think of this whole thing. In the meantime, well, Walmart, you know, was not that great, but Target is kind of looking pretty good, not gonna lie, man. I'm hoping they have good releases this week, a hell of a lot of selection, and they might actually be one of the saviors this week. Who would have thunk? Well, let's head into Target, see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in a Target over here, and look, there is a lot of new releases to talk about. This is what happens when you stock the stuff. You'll get good selection, guys, I swear. And the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital of Dr. Sleep for $27.99, the Blu-ray digital for $19.99, and the DVD digital for $17.99. Now, John and I ended up doing a spoiler review on Dr. Sleep. You can catch it on the movie review playlist. I'll also put a link down below in the description if you guys want to hear our full and complete thoughts on the movie. We also did this really cool sort of skit at the beginning where I'm sort of losing my mind and everything. We always do some fun stuff in the reviews, and this one was definitely one of the fun ones, man. But we were just very curious about this movie. It was just a curiosity because to do a sequel to The Shining almost 40 years later, that takes a lot of guts. That takes a lot of balls, man. And I think we were just curious, like a lot of people were, of how this movie was going to be. What was it going to be good? Was it going to be bad? How were they going to respect The Shining and how maybe they were going to disrespect it? There was a lot of sort of ifs going on. What if this would happen? What if that would happen? Just a lot of curiosity with this movie. And I have to be honest with you, I think the movie did a fairly decent job with this film, with sort of respecting The Shining that came before it, respecting the continuity, and treating the material with a lot of respect. I thought it was a really great atmospheric horror film. I thought the performances were really well done. I think the villains, these sort of traveling band of almost like gypsy-like folk who are trying to steal people's shine, were really effective. I thought the little girl's story, who also has the shine along with a grown-up Danny played by Ewan McGregor, I thought that really worked, guys. I thought that was really phenomenal, really fantastic. And you even get to go back to the hotel, and you get to sort of experience it, you know, so many years later, and how dilapidated it is, but yet how still creepy and effective it really all is still to this very day. Is it as good as The Shining? No, it's not as good as The Shining. It never will be. And I don't think it was ever trying to live up to The Shining exactly, guys. Because that's a really sort of tall order to do. Because The Shining is one of the best horror movies of all time. But I thought it was a really respectful movie, a really respectful sequel. And I think if you guys are kind of curious of where the story might have went, Dr. Sleep is a really good continuation of it. I think it respects the material, and that's the one thing I was worried about, was it respecting the material, and it definitely did, guys. So I really did enjoy that quite a bit, man. You know, like I said, it's not going to blow the doors off a lot of you guys, but I think it's just really effective and very well done. And I was really shocked by that, because I was expecting something to be a really bad misfire, but this wasn't, man. It was a really good, pleasant surprise, and definitely give this one a look, man. Not bad. Definitely check this one out, especially if you guys are a fan of The Shining. This one pays a lot of homage to it and respects it in a great way, which some sequels years later don't do. This one does. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Playing with Fire for $22.99, the DVD for $17.99 right here. And I got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to watch it for the video, but I just didn't want to watch it in the theaters because I really did not like the trailer, dude. I thought it was just really goofy for goofy's sake, and I just wasn't feeling it, man. And after watching the movie, I have to admit that this movie didn't really do much for me. I mean, basically it's about John Cena and his crew of firefighters, and they're really badass firefighters. They take out, you know, these fires in the forest, and they're just really good and effective at their job. And then suddenly, when these kids have to stay with them through sort of these circumstances that are out of their control, these badass mofos turn into complete and utter babies and idiots because they can't deal with a few kids. And I was like, so these people just turn into complete and utter idiotic buffoons out of nowhere. And I was just like, they just turned into the idiotic buffoons out of nowhere just because the plot told them to. That's really what honestly pissed me off, man, about this. It really did. I mean, John Cena's okay here. I like John Cena, but it's kind of like how when, you know, The Rock did the Tooth Fairy and everything like that, and all those movies. Vin Diesel did that Pacifier film or something. It's these tough guys doing a kiddie film. It's a genre in itself, dude. Arnold's done it. You know, Dolph has done it. Rock, Vin, everybody does it. John Cena was bound to do it eventually. Goddamn, man. It doesn't work, dude. It doesn't work. I think the comedy is way too broad. I think a lot of it falls really flat. And these movies, you've seen them time and time again. I mean, watch Kindergarten Cop, dude. I mean, Kindergarten Cop is so much better than this movie, man. Kindergarten Cop beats the shit out of a movie like Playing with Fire. Like I said, I like John Cena, but outside of John Cena, there's really nothing to recommend here. It's just adults acting like idiots in front of kids, and that's it. It's a waste of time, and it's a real shame. There's some really great talent here. John Leguizamo, Keegan-Michael Key, like I said, John Cena here, the Allstate guy. I mean, there's a lot of really great people involved in this movie. It was a complete and utter misfire, and it was a fail, and I didn't laugh once. Yeah, it's that kind of movie, guys. I can't recommend this one. Sorry. Then over here, I am seeing they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Arctic Dogs for $16.99. Now, truth be told, I have never heard of Arctic Dogs, guys. I have never heard of this at all. Did this even come to theaters? Because if it did, it passed me by in a big bad way. And there's a lot of really great actors here. God, Jeremy Renner, James Franco, John Cleese, Michael Madsen, Laurie Holden, Angelica Houston, Alec Baldwin. I mean, a lot of really great voice talent here. But this thing, I just never heard of it. It sort of came and went in a flash. And I did hear that people did see the movie, from what I gather, but that the movie was complete and utter dog crap. And that it really is not good. In fact, that's being kind to it. It's complete and utter dog crap. You know, I like a lot of animated movies, guys. I mean, even though I say how much I'm not a big fan of animated stuff, I've watched a ton of it. And just looking at the cover and looking at the back here, the movie does not look like a fun animated romp to me. It doesn't look like anything kids would be interested in. It looks kind of very generic and very sort of weak. The designs look passable, but it looks like this thing just is sort of on the mediocre scale. Huh. Yeah. You know, there's certain ones where I look at the movie and I always say to myself, is it okay, well, maybe the movie, I didn't watch it in the theater, but it looks kind of interesting. Here it just looks very sort of generic. There's nothing wrong with generic, but when you're having really great animated films come out year after year, you really have to step up your game, and Arctic Dogs doesn't really look like it's doing that, guys. Just my opinion. Definitely let me know what you think. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD digital of The Good Liar for $17.99, the Blu-ray digital for $19.99, and I got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, and I'm so glad I did. I was actually wanting to watch this in the movie theaters, and I never got around to doing it, and it's a goddamn shame, because after watching this movie, I kick myself now. This movie's really great. It's basically about these two older people who end up finding each other through sort of this dating app, and you know, they're sort of friendly with one another, and they're sort of starting to get to know each other and building this relationship, and you realize that Ian McKellen's character is not on the up and up. This guy is very shady, and he's actually wanting to steal Helen Mirren's money because she's worth quite a lot. And it's sort of going through the movie of him manipulating her and trying to get her money, and sort of him sort of being this very shady guy with a very sort of creepy and interesting past. And I love sort of the cat and mouse game between Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen. I love the acting between them. Actually what I really loved was the surprises, because at first I thought this was going to be a standard sort of drama type of movie, but there's a lot of twists and turns here that I was not expecting. I thought the story was really cool. I liked the dramatic effect, and let me tell you something, I kind of had an idea of where it might be going, but they had some really cool, interesting twists that you don't see coming at all. I thought it was a really nice thriller. I think a lot of people stayed away from this because they saw Mirren and McKellen together, sort of oldish actors, and may have kind of turned a lot of you guys off. How is this a really thrilling movie with two old people? But give it a look, guys, because this is really a very great mystery thriller that is going to be one of those ones that are very underrated, but that's definitely worth your time, guys. I really enjoyed it, man. Not bad. Really surprised on that one. And then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Last Christmas for $19.99 and the Blu-ray DVD digital for $24.99. And I also got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, and I was not looking forward to watch this one, guys. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why is I remember seeing the trailers, and the trailers looked so shitty. It looked really like this sort of Christmas turd of a movie that I'm like, this thing seems like every other sort of Christmas romance movie I've seen in my lifetime. But then sitting down to watch it, it's actually much better than I could have possibly imagined, dude. It's basically about this woman who is having sort of a rough patch in her life, and she's sort of not really getting along with people, and it's basically her sort of learning to be a better person and sort of making amends with the people in her life. And it's such a wonderful, great romantic comedy. I thought Emily Clark did a great job here. Henry Golding is really fantastic here. I've liked him really ever since I saw him in Crazy Rich Asians. I thought he was fantastic in that movie. I really like how Amelia Clark's character starts and where she ends, and I like sort of the back and forth of that. I thought it was really great. I thought it was really well done. I thought the romance angle was sweet. I thought the comedy actually worked. I thought there was fun comedic moments here. I thought the actors did a really good job. I'm not a big fan of a lot of Christmas movies. A lot of times, some of them are really dull. But this one actually was not bad, honestly. I was not going to give this one a chance at all. I thought I was going to go in expecting a flat-out piece of dog crap, flaming dog crap. But Last Christmas ended up really surprising me. It's not bad. Way better than I had any anticipated sense that it was going to be. Give this one a chance, guys. I mean, even if you were burnt out on a lot of the Christmas stuff, and trust me, I already am, it's really surprising. And in a lot of good ways, man. I'm really, really shocked by that. But it is. Really shocked by that one. And then over here, guys, I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Waves for $14.99, the DVD for $12.99, and I got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, and I'm so glad that I got to check this out, man. This is such a powerful movie, man. It is such an amazing film, dude. It really, honestly is. It's basically about sort of these sort of kids growing up and sort of the struggles that they're dealing with in their family life, and it's basically just a really powerful family drama about the complications of family and sort of growing up in these difficult times. Really powerful stuff, dude. I thought Sterling K. Brown here was absolutely phenomenal, man. I thought all the actors did an amazing job, dude. I don't know whether people really are looking to check this one out or not, because I haven't really heard much buzz about it, really. I mean, even with sort of like the big sort of like, you know, Oscars and everything like that, not really much for this movie. But I'm telling you, man, this one really surprised me. I was kind of thinking it was going to be sort of this sort of schmaltzy melodrama thing, but actually it turned out to be really powerful, and I really enjoy this one quite a bit, man. I really did, dude. I highly recommend Waves, especially if you're into these sort of family drama type of movies. I know not everybody is, but this is really well done, man. Definitely give it a look. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray of Grand Isle for $14.99, the DVD for $12.99, and I got a chance to watch this one on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to watch it because of Nicolas Cage, man. I mean, Nicolas Cage, he seems to be like almost every week or every other week coming out with another straight to DVD or Blu-ray movie. I keep thinking to myself, like, when's the next one? Like, is it going to be next week? Is it going to be the week after? Oh, I need my Nicolas Cage fix. And this is a very interesting movie because basically it's about this younger veteran who is kind of down on his luck and needs money, and this other older veteran ends up having him sort of fix his fence. And what ends up happening is that there's this big storm, and he sort of gets trapped in the house because he can't really get back to his home. And he ends up really diving into this couple that lives at this house, Nicolas Cage and this woman, and some of the really shady shit that they're into. I don't really want to spoil it outside of that, guys, but but he ends up uncovering a lot of really weird shit that he's gotta try to get away from these people, man, because they're nuts. Okay, but I thought it was not a bad movie. I thought it was gonna be like a really lame sort of mystery thriller type of horror film, but I thought it was actually really effective. I really like Nicolas Cage here a lot. Kelsey Grammer is not in here a lot. He plays like one of the like lawyers and like law enforcement people that are after some of these people like Nicolas Cage. He's sort of in there, but he's very very seldom in there, just so. But I will have to admit, it's actually a pretty decent movie. I like some of the scares, I like some of the reveals, and I will admit, even though he doesn't go full crazy Nicolas Cage like he did in Mandy, you do get some moments of really wild and bizarre and uncaged Nicolas Cage action. You do get a little bit of it, guys, so there is something to look forward to for all you Nicolas Cage lovers out there. It's not bad, man. Like I said, I was expecting a less than stellar movie, but honestly, it wasn't so bad. Definitely give it a look. Grand Dial. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Kevin Hart's Guide to Black History. That's interesting. I didn't know this was coming out this week. Guide to Black History. Kevin Hart highlights the fascinating kind of black. Oh, jeez. I didn't know that Weird Al had something to contribute to the discussion on Black history. Who knew? Oh, jeez. So it's kind of like him doing it in an entertaining and fun but educational way. It's sort of the more like comedic entertaining version of like Reading Rainbow or something. I really do like Kevin Hart. I like Kevin Hart in small doses, I do have to admit, but this kind of looks interesting. I do think learning about Black history is very important, and it's kind of nice to have people like Kevin Hart and some other people do it in an entertaining way that doesn't feel like you're being talked down to, but feel like you're kind of participating in it. This could be really cool. If you guys are fans of Kevin Hart, this might be worth checking out. Then the other thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray digital of Trauma Center for $14.99. Just like a straight to Blu-ray and DVD Nicolas Cage film, we also have a straight to Blu-ray and digital Bruce Willis movie. Oh yeah, bound to happen again, guys, and here we are. I got a chance to check this one out on Amazon Prime. I did it for Willis. I did it all for the Willis. Yeah, the Willis. I didn't even get any nookie out of it either. God damn me. Anyways, this movie is basically about this chick that ends up basically witnessing sort of a murder or something with these crooked cops, and she's now on the run from these people. And all the while, sort of, Willis is one of the good cops that is trying to sort of track these people down and track her down and trying to find out the truth. God damn, man. I wish this movie was good. I really do. I really wanted this movie to be good, man. And it's just not. It's just not good at all, dude. It really is lame. I mean, okay, I'll give it this much. I think the main female lead here, I think she's really trying. You can tell that she's really trying to put her heart into this movie, that she really is giving it her all. But Willis, dude, oh man, Willis. Dude, Willis is barely trying here, man. I mean, you know, he's trying to act concerned, and he's trying to, you know, act, you know, sort of badass and doing the action stuff, and you know, he's just phoning it in, dude. That's what he's doing. He's phoning it. I mean, there's moments here where, you know, Willis is trying to act tough. He's like, well, I want to know the truth. Who are the witnesses? Let me know who they are. I want to catch the bad guys. Like he's just really just lame in this movie. And I like Willis, but God, he really, I mean, I hate to say it, but he really is a limp dick in this movie, man. He honestly really is. Man. I mean, at least with something like Grand Isle, Nicolas Cage is trying. Maybe he doesn't always work. Maybe he's not always the best, but he's at least giving it some sort of an effort. Willis, dude, it's almost like Willis still gets roles based on his name. It's not really the talent anymore. It's just his name. And these movies just aren't coming out good, man. I know these are like straight to DVD Blu-ray efforts. But dude, try, man. Try. God. I mean, no wonder he's just not getting any big work anymore because nobody wants to give him a chance because he sucks. He just really does. He sucks the life out of everything he does now, and Trauma Center's one of them. Maybe watch it if you're a fan of Willis. Maybe, but I'd stay away from this one, dude. I really would. And is it just me, or in this picture, does Willis look like his head is photoshopped? Look at that, dude. Like, the way his head is in his neck, like that is not natural. That looks like it's, like, photoshopped. That is so weird. Like, his head is way bigger than his body is. Look at that. That is so odd. Like, his head is shaped like a giant cantaloupe. Yo. Well, it probably is because of his ego, let's be honest. But, yeah, Trauma Center. Stay away from it, really, guys. And that seems to do it over here for Target. Well, at least for the time being. We're going to see if we can find anything else, guys. But so far, honestly, it's not half bad so far. Pretty good. Let's see if they got anything else. Alright, guys, we're over in the new TV releases. And the only couple things I'm seeing over here is they do have the complete series of The Mindy Project, which did come out, I believe, this week or last week, around there. We did see it over at Best Buy a couple weeks ago, but we're finally seeing it at other stores too. So they do have that for $34.99 if you are a fan of The Mindy Project. They do have that over here. They also end up having a PBS movie of Howard's End for $19.99 with Haley Atwell, Peggy Carter herself. God, I love Haley Atwell, man. She is a great actress, dude. And didn't they make a Howard's End movie with Anthony Hopkins years ago? I could have sworn they did. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. I don't even barely remember it. PBS. There. Oh wow, it's got Tracy Ullman in it. God, I haven't seen Tracy Ullman in something in a long ass time. God, it's been so long. Jesus, man. If you're a fan of PBS, give that one a look. Interesting. And then the other thing I'm seeing over here, just right across the way over here, is that they still have a lot of those only at Target 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital code of the Avengers Endgame sort of Target special edition there with sort of the artwork and everything. They have still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They actually have quite a decent amount of them, actually. I thought those actually sold out, but they actually didn't. That's crazy enough, man. And they have that for $34.99, which is not a bad price, actually. It still looks like a really cool edition. It's kind of interesting, because sometimes with these editions, sometimes when they sell out and you'll never see them again. So I'm always kind of curious when these pop up again, and I'm kind of like, oh, if you guys missed out on it, maybe give your Target a look. They might have it, but that's not bad, actually. Pretty cool that they actually still have some in stock for some of you guys that missed out. $34.99 is quite the price, but it is an only at Target special edition, so maybe, that's up for you guys to decide, but still a pretty cool edition regardless. Alright, well, not half bad, guys. Not half bad at all. Alright, well, now, I think we can head out. Wow, guys, it is so much better here than the Walmart that I went to. So much better, man. I mean, we got pretty much all of the big name releases. We got a couple of the smaller indie titles as well. Yeah, actually really not bad here. A lot of you sometimes really complain about Target and their selection, but actually these past few weeks, they've had a lot of really great stuff to show off. I've been really impressed by Target, man. You know, where Walmart over in my area has failed, they have definitely been stepping up in a big bad way, so I really do appreciate it, man. A lot of really great selection, a lot of really great variety. No exclusives, but maybe we might see that at the next location. So fingers crossed, guys. But here, I'm a very happy man, and I'm glad that this place is definitely giving the love that physical media deserves in a big bad way. Alright guys, let's head to the third and final location and see what we can find. So you guys were expecting that we were going to go right to the third location. Actually, we're going to make a pit stop, and the pit stop we're going to, well, we're going back to the Walmart that almost kicked me out, and I don't know if I'm going to get kicked out now or not, guys, but I wanted to check if other Walmarts had stock in of the new releases, so why not go to the one that almost cut my balls off. Maybe I'll get my balls cut off this time. Actually, I hope not. I'm taking a chance, but let's go in and see what they got. Oh yes, guys, they do have stuff over here. They have the 4K of Dr. Sleep for $27.96, the Blu-ray for $19.96, the DVD digital for $17.96. They also have a 2-film collection only at Target for Dr. Sleep and The Shining for $19.96. They also have this 4K Blu-ray digital of Midway and Hacksaw Ridge. Midway is coming out very soon. That's just the digital code, but they have that for $22.96 as well. They have the DVD of Playing with Fire for $17.96, the Blu-ray DVD for $19.96, Arctic Dogs for $17.96, the Blu-ray DVD, the DVD for $14.96, the Blu-ray digital of The Good Liar for $19.96 here, the DVD for $17.96, $14.96 for the Blu-ray of Grand Isle. The DVD is $12.96. That's all I'm seeing over in this section over here. Then over here, guys, I'm seeing they have the DVD of The Lost Patrol for $9.96 right here, based on an astonishing true story. Looks like a real cool, badass cover. That's really cool. The Lost Patrol. They got that. They also have Invasion Planet Earth. War of the Worlds meets Independence Day. Huh. Nice. They're coming. Really nice cover, dude. That looks cool. That might be kind of cool, actually. They got that. They have Mob Town over here. The DVD digital with David Arquette and Jennifer Esposito. One cop will stand up for justice and change history forever. God, I haven't seen David Arquette in anything in a long while. Damn. Looks interesting. They also have the Battle of Jongsari. What in the hell? With Megan Fox. Really? Megan Fox in a war movie. I don't know about that one, guys. Patriotism, heroism, sacrifice, and vicious hand-to-hand combat. And it's badass with Megan Fox. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Dragonheart Vengeance for $14.96, $12.96 for the DVD. And I know this is new as well. A new Dragonheart movie came out. They also have a Dragonheart 5 movie collection, which... God, I can't believe there's 5 movies in here. I've only actually ever watched the first Dragonheart, and after that, I've never watched any of the other ones. I really had no interest in it. The first Dragonheart's not bad, though. It's okay. Are these Dragonheart movies worth it? Definitely let me know, guys. They've got Vlad the Impaler, the Blu-ray for $12.96, the DVD for $9.96, or The Hunt for Vlad the Impaler. God, there's been so many movies made about Vlad the Impaler. This is one of like thousands of them. Good, bad? Another one about Vlad the Impaler. Did we really need it though? That, they've got Waves over here. They've got Revolution 1917. Oh yeah, they're kind of doing now sort of these rip-off movies because that movie 1917 came out a while ago, which I heard is absolutely amazing. But now you get all these kind of other movies that are trying to ape off the success of it so that people come and see this movie because of the other film. Probably not as good of a movie though, guys, not gonna lie. They also have The Unkindness of Ravens, which looks really cool. I like the cover of that. That's nice. They've got that. They also have Kevin Hart's Guide to Black History, and a couple of anime things. Whitesnake and Danton, Laughing Under the Clouds. Never heard of these. Are these ones good? Then over here they have Trauma Center, the Blu-ray, digital, and then the DVD. They've got this Shudder original Monsters. The cover actually looks really cool. This monster and some girl just not caring, listening to her headphones and chewing bubble gum. That's really cool. That's really interesting. You guys know anything about this one? Let me know. They've got that. They've got The Nightingale, which I heard The Nightingale was really good, but I have not gotten a chance to watch it yet. Hopefully if I see it at Walmart next week, I'll definitely let you guys know what my thoughts are. But they do have that, which actually, like I said, I've heard only good things about this one. But definitely let me know what you guys think of that. They have Ouija Room. Oh god, another Ouija movie. Do we really need another one of these guys? I don't know if we really do, but God, we're getting it. They have that. They also have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Kingdom the movie. I have no idea about this one. Swordplay and thrilling one-on-one combat. Kind of cool. I like the cover though. Looks kind of badass. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe. They also have El Suano over here, which I believe is one of the newer ones as well. Kind of looks badass with the guy with the gun. Sometimes living a dream means surviving a nightmare. It's cool. They also have the DVD of the remake of Rabid, which I hope we see over at Best Buy, but if we don't, I just want to say how much I really love this movie. I saw this on Amazon Prime, and this is a really good remake, guys. Honestly, it's a better remake than a lot of crap that's coming out as of late. I was very happy with this. The blood, gore, the story. Yeah, I thought the Soska sisters did a really good job on this one, guys. I really enjoyed this one quite a bit. And the only other thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Last Christmas and the DVD as well. And one other thing, they have the Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Behind the Movement and the DVD as well. This thing is oh, it's about Rosa Parks. Very cool. Very interesting. I'm surprised I didn't hear about this one. Usually all these great sort of biopics about some of these really great figures in history are getting really big name, like theatrical movies coming out about them, but not Rosa Parks. That's crazy. It might be actually really good. She's got a phenomenal story. Maybe this is worth it. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Other than that, that does it, guys. Oh my god. I'm glad I survived. Shocking. Alright, let's get out before they kick me out. I sneak in and I sneak out. Oh man. Okay, like I said, this place has kicked me out before, and a lot of employees are looking at me yet again. I'm kind of gotten the phone camera out and kind of looking at all of the stuff and commenting real quick, and they're kind of like, what is he doing? Like, I'm like, nothing, just go about your day. Oh man, I survived it. I'm glad I came here just to show you guys that this Walmart is carrying quite a great variety of titles. I was just hoping that the Walmart that I usually go to has a lot of great variety, but like I said, I think they're a week behind on things. Hopefully they're going to get better. In the meantime, this Walmart definitely has a lot of great supply of titles to check out, man. All right, now let's head to the third and final location. And hey, I kept my balls. Not half bad. All right, everybody, we are at our third and final location, the Beast Best Buy. Before we go in, I gotta talk about a trailer with you guys. I just gotta do it. And that is Fast 9. God damn, we're here already, aren't we? Another Fast and Furious movie. God, it just seemed almost like yesterday that the 8th film came out, and now we're talking about the 9th film. Oh, these years go by pretty damn fast, let me tell you guys. Now, I know a lot of you were really looking forward to another Fast and Furious movie. But, you know, the more and more I talk to people that I know, I get the sense that this series should have ended already. I get the sense that really we're sort of like, I mean, we're heading into the 9th film here. This is pretty much equaling the entire saga of Star Wars at this point. They've got 9 movies here. I mean, this is ridiculous. For Fast and the Furious, at a franchise that started out as just, you know, with like, you know, hot rod muscle cars, you know, and, you know, sort of a cop chasing this guy that, you know, robbed a little bit and was stealing cars. It turned into sort of this espionage thriller action franchise. Really, this thing went from 0 to 60 just like the cars do. I mean, good Lord, man. But yet at the same time, I think you just have to appreciate the ridiculousness of this entire franchise and how fucking crazy this whole thing has gotten, man. And just, there's just this sort of small curiosity of how far can they really take this shit? Like, how, like, really, where can they take this thing next? And so that curiosity has been a part of what has kept me intrigued by it. So going into the Fast 9 trailer, I didn't know what to think. And it is just balls to the wall fucking craziness is what Fast 9 is going to be. I mean, the action looks incredibly crazy and all over the place and wild as hell, kind of like what any Fast and Furious movie is. But it's even more than that now. I mean, you've got characters coming back from the dead. You've got characters that have never been even thought of or yet talked about that are just popping up out of nowhere. I mean, John Cena is here. Now, like I said before, I like John Cena, so I don't hate John Cena at all. But he's playing Dom's brother. Okay, like, I'm thinking, where has this fucker been, man? Like, there has been no talk of that guy at all. And suddenly, this dude just pops up. Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, he's Dom's brother. What? Like, what the hell? Like, I mean, and there's this rivalry going on between them. And now they have to sort of fight, and I hope they explain what the hell he's done for the past 9 movies, because I really want to know that, man. On top of that, Han is back. Han! You know, Han that died in Tokyo Drift? Yeah, that Han. The one that we had prequels about, that, you know, he was in love with Giselle and everything, like, he died. You clearly saw him die. It's not like he faked his own death. You saw that motherfucker die. And he's back. At this point, you cannot count out anybody who has been dead, man. I mean, even that sidekick kid from the first film that, you know, in the first Fast and Furious film when he got killed, I'm like, trust me, he'll be back. Don't count that fucker out yet, man. I mean, this is ridiculous, dude. You know,
I mean, a part of me has that curiosity of, I just want to know what the hell's going on here, man. And just how crazy and nutty and ridiculous this can all get. At the same time, I'm like, haven't we had enough, man? Haven't we had enough? So, I'm sort of half and half, man. I like the trailer. But yet at the same time, I'm like, really? Come on, man. Like, it's just so far out there, dude. And as I said, at some point, if this franchise doesn't go into outer space, I'm gonna be really shocked, man. I mean, I'm interested in the movie. I think it could be cool. It has a chance to be the most craziest and insane Fast and Furious movie yet, and that's saying a lot. It's got a lot of heavy lifting to do. I mean, this movie's not going to have The Rock in it. I don't believe it's going to have Statham in it, but I could be wrong on that. It has to somehow make Charlize Theron's bad guy character of Cypher actually interesting, because that villain from the past movie was not that interesting. In fact, it was really dull. No hate to Charlize Theron. I really love her as an actress. That character was boring as shit. So they really have to do a lot of legwork to try to actually, like, make her an interesting villain. On top of that, you know, you just gotta have a reason why these characters are still doing what they're doing. You know, and, you know, seeing the character of Mia back without the character of Brian, are they gonna have, you know, are they going to have a little bit of CGI Paul Walker in here as well? There's a lot of question marks here, but at the same time, it's a Fast and Furious movie, and sometimes you just got to go with it. So that's what I'm probably going to do. I mean, they're making a 10th film. They've announced a 10th movie, so this ain't the last one, man. I don't know when they're going to end this. They could end this in Fast and Furious Part 50. I mean, there's been memes out there right now of, like, Vin Diesel and The Rock and Michelle Rodriguez and everybody in old age look of being like, one last ride. Yeah, because it's never the last ride, man. This is just all kinds of craziness, dude. I mean, definitely let me know what you think of the trailer. It's nutty, man. In the meantime, let's head into Best Buy and see what the Beast has in store for us this week.
Alright everybody, we are in at Best Buy here with this small display for Dr. Sleep. Not bad here. A couple more sort of Stephen King titles there. The It's right there, not bad. And the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray digital of Dr. Sleep for $19.99. The 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital for $27.99. And only at Best Buy collectible steelbook 4K Blu-ray digital for $32.99. Not bad right there. Found at least one exclusive for Dr. Sleep. Not bad. They're more of like the white on the cover, sort of the bottom with Danny in the hotel with the tricycle, sort of on top, more of a grown-up Danny there. Kind of similar to this, but a lot less red. I actually kind of prefer this cover a little bit more there. I like sort of the red popping. I like the red rum there. I like the floating heads. I think that's a lot better. This is not a bad steelbook, but I kind of prefer this artwork right here. But this isn't too bad, though. It's not bad. Oh, it doesn't look like there's actually many copies left. I just found the one. Maybe there's more, but it seems like it's going pretty fast. And as far as this movie is concerned, I want to talk about Mike Flanagan. And I want to give a lot of love to Mike Flanagan right now because, you know, when you look at this movie, it has to follow up Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, Dr. Sleep is based on the Stephen King book, and it's more about that Stephen King book than it is The Shining. However, come on. You're following up Stanley Kubrick. Let's be honest here. You're following up a massively talented director, a massively, you know, one of the most effective horror movies of all time. Not many directors would take on that task. But Mike Flanagan did, man, and he did it with flying colors. He pulled it off when I don't think anybody was expecting it, man. And I think Mike Flanagan is one of those really great horror directors that we're not really talking about, man. I don't think we're talking about him as much as we really should. I mean, yeah, we talk about James Wan and Jordan Peele, and yeah, they deserve a lot of love, don't get me wrong, guys. But Mike Flanagan is rarely talked about, or at least among the circles that I've seen, he's not talked about as much as he should be. And I think he's a very effective horror director. I mean, I think Oculus is really a very brilliant movie. I love sort of taking the concept of this mirror and really making it very haunting. I think that Ouija Origin of Evil, which is actually way better than I think I ever thought it was going to be. I think he pulled that movie off. It's a great Ouija movie. I think Hush is a great sort of stalker film. It's on Netflix currently. I think that's a really awesome movie. I'd love to own that on physical. I love sort of the atmosphere and sort of the tension-filled way that this guy stalks this woman that can't really hear. It's really, really fascinating, dude. He did a great job with that. And he also did a great job with Gerald's Game. Gerald's Game is another movie that's on Netflix right now, which I really love. And that was from a Stephen King story that I think a lot of people thought was unfilmable or would be a complete mess if you did it as a movie. And he took on that challenge, and he made a really great, intense sort of horror film experience of this woman that's just losing her mind. Like, I really thought that was so brilliant, man, and I just can't wait to see what he does next. He's a horror director that's really fearless and takes material that you might not think will work, or it might not work on the page, and so you think it'll be kind of dull or lifeless on the screen, and he really breathes a lot of interesting life into it. He's, I think, honestly, one of the best horror directors that's really going right now, and honestly, no matter what stuff he does, I really want to watch anything that he directs, and that's one of the reasons why I really want to watch Dr. Sleep, was because of him, man. I was like, this director, I think if he keeps going the direction that he's going, I think he could be one of the best horror directors of this generation. I really honestly do. To me, he's underrated already. And if you haven't checked out some of his other work, like I said, I recommend Gerald's Game. I definitely recommend Hush. And check out Oculus. Oculus is pretty cool, man. It gets a little confusing at times, but taking a killer mirror and making it effective, not many people have done that successfully, and he's one of the ones that's done it. Brilliant horror director, man, honestly. And I think the movie itself, man, I just think Dr. Sleep is just a really pleasant surprise. It takes those really iconic moments of the Danny stuff and the twins and the blood and the staircase and you know, the typewriter, and makes it part of the story, but yet it's not the be all end all. It's not, you know, we're copying everything The Shining's doing. It's doing its own thing, yet paying homage to it as well. We're in sort of a Stephen King renaissance right now. A lot of people really love Stephen King, and you know, some Stephen King stuff works really well, like this, and some stuff like Pet Sematary, the remake, really fails. I think we're going to find over time that some stuff that is adapted from Stephen King's work is going to be better than others. I know they're redoing The Stand and a few other things, but I think it depends on the filmmakers. I think it depends on who is passionate about this material and what they want to do with it. I know they have that Netflix film right now, In the Tall Grass, which is based on another Stephen King story, which I have not watched yet, and I want to. But somebody who I know says that the movie's really terrible, so I'm kind of staying away from it. But I do have to give it a chance. But I just think it depends on the filmmakers and the passion that they have for this material. And the fact that they're not doing everything that Stephen King wants. I mean, I know Stephen King is a really creative force, but you have to adhere to the Stephen King story, yet make it your own at the same time. Some filmmakers are better than that than others, but I thought Dr. Sleep was a really good adaptation, way better than I thought it definitely had any right to be, put it that way, man. You do get From Shining to Sleep, which is them talking about making the movie, making Dr. Sleep a new vision, Return to the Overlook, and you also get the theatrical version on 4K disc and the director's cut on the Blu-ray disc. Now, I don't really know how much different the director's cut is going to be on the theatrical. I know they're adding a little bit more flashback material of sort of the family and younger Danny and everything like that. I think it's about 30 minutes of footage. I like director's cuts. I think director's cuts are really cool. So for me, I I would definitely be interested in checking out the director's cut. I thought the theatrical version was really cool, so I think it could be interesting. You know, I do like a lot of director's cuts over the theatrical. I like when they end up actually like enhancing the story and the characters. I think it's kind of cool, so I would definitely be up for checking this out. It's already a long movie anyways, so what's another half hour? But even if you're watching the theatrical or director's cut, it doesn't matter. It's still a movie definitely well worth seeing, man. If you're a fan of The Shining, this pays homage. It's a really good follow-up and worth checking out, man. Not bad. Well, that does it for this display. Not really too bad. Blu-ray, 4K, exclusive. Not bad selection, guys. Let's see what else Best Buy's got. Alright guys, we're over in the new release section over here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Arctic Dogs for $16.99. So I was looking this up because I was curious. Yes, it did release in theaters, probably not many of them, but here's the thing, this movie had a $61 million budget, or somewhere around there. Worldwide, the entire gross, complete, is less than $10,000. Oh my God, this thing took a giant dump at the box office, man. And you know, the thing about it with animated movies is that there's no telling if it's actually going to be popular or not. That's the problem, dude. I mean, you know, just because you're an animated movie doesn't mean that kids are automatically going to go watch it just because it's got some cute animals in it and, you know, it's bright with a lot of colors. That doesn't mean shit, man. I mean, the parents are the ones that's got to bring the kids to this thing. So if they don't really like the trailer or they're not feeling it, then they're not taking the kids. I mean, that's what it's about, dude. I mean, there's a lot of children's content that is out there that's trying to vie for, you know, the attention of kids, and sometimes some movies go by the wayside and they're not as successful. This is one of them, dude. I mean, is this going to be reevaluated by people? I think maybe people might take a look at this, but to be honest with you, it just doesn't look that good. It looks like it's half-assed with the animation. It doesn't look that interesting to me just from the cover art in the back here. I mean, when you have great series like How to Train Your Dragon or Madagascar or all of sort of the Disney animated stuff and everything, I just don't see why this movie would hit with people. That's why it failed, dude. I mean, like I said, not every animated movie is created equal, and sometimes certain things are going to fail. Arctic Dog seems like one that definitely froze to death. Get it? Froze to death? I know the pun is bad, but kind of right on for this one, guys. And you don't even get any special features here. There's no making of, there's no other animated short films that usually are on these things for kids, nothing. So there's not even any stuff for that. And for $16.99 for a movie that I've heard some of the reviews and they're not good, maybe wait until this goes slightly lower. I wouldn't subject your eyes and pay $16.99 and maybe lose your eyesight over that. Nah, wouldn't do it, guys. I'm also seeing they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Last Christmas for $22.99. And I wanted to talk briefly about Paul Feig, because this movie is directed by Paul Feig, and, you know, I've noticed over the years that Paul Feig has gotten a lot of hate from a lot of people. And some of it is justified, I'll be honest. I mean, he did that Ghostbusters remake, redo, reboot, reimagining, whatever the hell you want to call it. And it wasn't good, dude. I mean, outside of the fact that it's just not funny, I thought the ghosts were really lame in it. I thought the action was kind of weak. I just thought it was a pale comparison to the other Ghostbusters movies. And I feel like the fan community has kind of shunned Paul Feig. But I don't know if that's completely fair either, because he's done a lot of really great material, man. I mean, he's done a lot of really great TV stuff, directed a lot of stuff from The Office. Spy with Melissa McCarthy, I can take or leave it. I mean, it's not the greatest thing, but it's okay. I mean, I thought The Heat with Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock was really good. I really liked that one quite a bit. Bridesmaids, well, I'm not a big fan of it, but I know there's a lot of fans of that one out there. I'm just not one of them, but I get it. I mean, I thought A Simple Favor was honestly really well done. It's a very different film than Paul Feig usually does, and I thought that movie was really well done with a lot of great twists and turns that you don't see coming. I thought that was really, really well done. And Last Christmas is really good too. It has that great comedy vibe and bringing in sort of the Christmas angle to it. I would just think Paul Feig should just stick to more original material. Don't try to copy other people's material. Don't try to redo stuff that's already been done successfully. Do your own thing, and I think people will go along for the ride, man. I mean, I think a movie like this no one was interested in, but honestly, it really did a really better job than I thought it had any right to. And I really did like the George Michael songs in here that sort of go throughout the movie. It kind of punctuates the movie with a certain amount of nostalgia for those George Michael songs, and those George Michael songs are still classic to this day. It's a sweet story. It has an interesting sort of twist in it that I was not expecting. And overall, it kind of made me feel good at the end of watching the movie. And I think if I were to equate this movie with anything, if I were to equal it to something, it would probably have to be Home for the Holidays with Holly Hunter. That one is a really good one. She's sort of having a terrible time in her life, and she comes home and has to deal with this neurotic family, and Robert Downey Jr. is great in the film, and it kind of reminds me of that. I mean, it's not as good as Home for the Holidays. I quite like that one a bit, but it has its moments, man. Definitely give it a look, though, man. I think it's going to be one of those ones that people are going to check out, you know, every Christmas once it gets more sort of recognized and noticed. But it's one to definitely check out for that holiday cheer, man. You do get here alternate opening and ending, deleted scenes, blooper, director and vision, love letter to London, commentary track. Actually, a lot of great special features here. Actually, not bad. And for $22.99, that's not a bad price. If you're into romantic comedies, definitely give it a look, guys. Then I'm also seeing they do have that Blu-ray DVD digital of Kingdom the movie, which we saw over at Walmart, man. But it kind of looks really cool, dude. I still like that cover art, man. Orphaned by war, becoming the world's greatest generals. Sort of going back to the rightful throne and battling for dominance. I usually don't like these time periods in movies, but this one looks like, look at that, man. It looks badass, dude. It kind of looks like something I'd give a chance to. It kind of looks like badass swordplay, dude. And I'm not the biggest fan of, like, ancient sort of swordplay stuff, but, you know, when the mood strikes me, I definitely do enjoy it. This kind of looks interesting, man. Not bad. Kind of looks interesting. Let me know what you think of that one. And then they also, over here, they do have a new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital Steelbook exclusive at Best Buy for Black Panther for $34.99. Now, they didn't have this last week, but they do have it now. And this is a new one that came out recently. And that's not a bad Steelbook, man. I like that. Look at that. Really great cover there. With T'Challa right there and Sir the warriors and everything, and Wakanda right there in the back. Not bad, huh? This is kind of what it looks like on the inside, huh? Not bad. I know every now and again, sort of Marvel comes out with these sort of exclusive Best Buy ones, and another one for Black Panther. Not bad. See. The thing about it is that I've already bought Black Panther. I don't really need to buy it again. It's a cool Steelbook, but is it really worth the $34.99 to pay for another edition of Black Panther? I don't think you're really getting anything new in this outside of actually the new Steelbook itself. I mean, if you're a fan of Steelbooks, then this one is definitely worth it. But if not, I would just stick with my older edition that I have. I'm perfectly happy with it. Not bad, well, but I do think that artwork is actually really cool, man. That artwork is really kick-ass. Not bad, man. Cool to see another exclusive. Not bad selection. Let's see what else Best Buy's got. And we're over in this section, guys, with this display for Be My Bloody Valentine. Nothing says Valentine like Michael Myers stabbing you to death. And, oh, more Michael Myers goodness. And nice display for an interesting Valentine for you and your gal if you love horror movies. Not bad. First thing I'm seeing over here is they have Get Out for $7.99, the Blu-ray DVD digital. A Valentine's Day horror movie? Maybe. Let's just hope you're not an interracial couple, because this movie might not be for you guys. But this is actually a really great horror movie, man, and it put Jordan Peele on the map as a horror director, rightfully so. Very good. And you know, I will say something about the Blu-ray. You never ever find the slipcover ever to this now, man. The slipcover now for the Blu-ray DVD digital, you rarely ever see, and I think you have to pay a good high price for that on eBay, man. But a really great movie, though. Definitely worth checking out. Valentine's Day horror, though, that's up for you guys to decide. Another one for you guys to decide is the Blu-ray DVD digital of Us for $13.99. And this is another really great Jordan Peele movie, a really great sophomore effort from him. Very different from Get Out, but it sort of has some of the same themes as well. I really like this one quite a bit. I know, yeah, when this movie came out, it had a lot of mixed opinions. Some people really enjoyed it and really thought that it really upped the ante from Get Out, and other people really thought it was a pale comparison to Get Out. And I think the more sort of people are anticipating your work, I think the more people tend to judge you. I think over time, I think this movie's gonna just be loved, but I think when you get to a certain status as a director, I think people are always very critical of you, and I think Jordan Peele's at that point now where I think everyone's really critical of what he does. So if he makes a mistake or people don't really like a little thing from him, I think people really highlight it in a big bad way. But I don't think that about Us, man. I think Us is really, really solid, man. Then they have over here, oh wow, they have the collector's edition Blu-ray of Valentine for $18.99. I was not expecting this one, guys. That's really cool, man. This is the Scream Factory one, yeah. Dude. My God, man. Jesus. Remember that kid everyone ignored on Valentine's Day? He remembers you. Very nice. I have not seen this in the store yet. This is a really great surprise. And look at that art. That's really great art on the slip, dude. God. What a blast from the fucking past this movie is. Goodness gracious, dude. This has been so long since I've seen Valentine, man. Revenge is sweet, just like Valentine's Day chocolates. At least this is what a vengeful Cupid mask killer thinks. Be my Valentine or else. Oh, so good. Oh, man. Man, this was a really interesting, I think this was the early 2000s when this movie came out. And it was a interesting time for horror, because horror wasn't really that big. It was kind of dying off a little bit, and movies like Valentine tried to sort of put the stalker killer back on the map, and didn't quite pull it off. But I thought it was still really, really pretty decent, though. I mean, David Boreanaz I thought was really cool in it. Denise Richards I liked. Marley Shelton I thought was really cool. And a young Katherine Heigl. I mean, this cast was really unique at the time, dude. And the director of this did Urban Legend, which I really love. This wasn't a bad movie. I thought it was a decent sort of stalker slasher movie. It felt a little toned down compared to some of the other slashers that had come out at the time, but I thought it was not bad, man. It's just really wild to see this here at Best Buy, dude. It really is Valentine, man. It's wild to see this here. Man, at some point I definitely got to revisit this. This is sort of the quintessential Valentine's Day horror movie for sure, man. My God, dude. Yeah, if you haven't checked out Valentine, definitely do it. It's not going to blow the doors off the whole sort of like slasher sort of movies, but it pays homage to some really good slashers. I like sort of the Cupid Killer, and some of the kills aren't bad, man. Not bad at all, dude. You get a lot of special features here, man. Commentary, interviews. Nice, man. What a surprise, dude. It's really awesome. You also have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Ma, which I still really think is a really cool movie. It doesn't blow the doors off of, like, any horror movies you've ever seen. It doesn't mean it's the best horror movie of all time, but I liked it. Was a nice little sort of, like, you know, warning of drink and party and you'll get killed. Kind of like, you know, teenagers partying and everything and the consequences of that. It wasn't bad, dude. And I thought Octavia Spencer was really sort of a maniac in this movie, dude. I thought she did a great job here, man. Ma. A Valentine's Day movie? Not sure. But still a pretty decent one. Then I'm seeing over here they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Brightburn. And I remember really liking Brightburn, but I wasn't in love with it. I had some issues with the movie, and I hear they're actually going to be doing a sequel to the movie, or there's talks about it. I actually would really be up for the movie. Even though I didn't really love this film, I have to admit there's a lot of unanswered questions. I'm really sort of dying to know how they answer them. And I really liked the kid in here. I liked sort of his powers. I liked sort of the mask that he had on, really sort of haunting and chilling imagery. I really thought this was a great, like I said, anti-superhero tale. I really do, man. I thought this was a really cool one. Sort of like, what if Superman turned evil? Not bad, man. Then you have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And if you guys have checked out my recent Blu-ray pickup video, you know that I showed this one off. And I can't say enough good things about this. I mean, yes, it's PG-13, and yes, it doesn't go for the goriness like R-rated ones do, but like I said, I think it's a really great homage to sort of old school horror, sort of the haunted house type of movies, stuff with Vincent Price from back in the day, but yet has some new school tendencies. I like the effects. I like the creepy stories. I thought this was really well done, dude. It's kind of a nice one to watch with your girlfriend. Just sit back, relax at night, and sort of take in a cool sort of creepy tale. Not bad, man. Then I'm also seeing over here they have Halloween, the Blu-ray DVD digital. Now this is the recent one that came out not too long ago, man. The new one with Jamie Lee. And you know, I haven't really revisited this movie. I really haven't. Maybe I should revisit it at some point, but I haven't gotten a chance to revisit it. And not saying that it's a bad Halloween movie, but I was kind of pretty ambivalent about it when it came out in theaters. I thought there was some really good things about it, some interesting kills, and I liked some of the characters, and then there was some parts that I really didn't like. It was kind of half and half. I mean, I know they're making a sequel. They're making Halloween Kills, which I'm looking forward to. I think Halloween Kills could be really cool. But at the same time, do we really need it? I think maybe it kind of depends, man. I mean, I love the character of Michael Myers. I think he's really cool. I love a lot of the movies that he did as a character, but I can't really say that I love every Michael Myers movie. I'm just very interested to see what they do with the sequel. Where are they going to go with the Laurie character? Where are they going to go with Michael? How are they sort of going to wrap up the Halloween series? Because they're doing 2 more films, and then they say that's it for Michael. But let's be honest, guys. Does evil ever truly die? No. I mean, this movie's going to get made constantly over the years. If it makes money, of course it's going to get made. Is this one of the better Halloween movies? Well, that's for you to decide Is it a horror Valentine's Day movie? That's another question. Definitely let me know, guys. Then they also have the restored edition of American Werewolf in London for $11.99. And if you guys watched our horror movie playlist that I did with John and Van, this movie got featured in a big bad way, and this edition actually got featured too, man. And I actually have the Arrow edition, and I love the Arrow edition. I think that edition is killer, man. It's a really great edition. Arrow did a lot of love on that one. But I heard this one was really good. I thought the picture quality, everyone says, is really fantastic on this release, man. And this is one of those just really classic werewolf movies, man. The werewolf effects in here are still unbeaten to this day. I love the gory effects here. I think the characters are funny and amusing and heartfelt. I think it's a really good tale that really hasn't been beat yet. I don't think, and I'm just hoping that this movie never gets remade, dude. I mean, they did American Werewolf in Paris, which, yeah, less said about that, the better. It has its bright spots, but let's be honest. But I still think this is really good. And would I consider this a Valentine's Day horror film? Not sure about that one. Not sure, maybe. Kind of be a weird one for a Valentine's Day horror. It's just, hey honey, let's watch a werewolf rip people's throats out. What's more romantic than that? Then they have a Cult of Chucky for $11.99. Now, I actually really like Cult of Chucky. Now, I know a lot of people have really shit on Cult of Chucky, and they say it's not really all that good, or it's not as good as the last movie, but I thought this was actually a really great movie. I love all the different versions of Chucky that they played with. I really love seeing Tiffany back here. I like that they continued the storyline. I really like the Chucky movies, man. I really do. I know they're making that TV show, or that TV show just got greenlit, which I hope it's actually really good, but something tells me, I mean, they're making it on Sci-Fi, man. I mean, Sci-Fi doesn't do good shit, dude, but maybe it's good, man. I don't know. But I do think people don't really give Cult of Chucky a lot of credit. I do think it's better than people give it credit for, man. Where would you rank Cult of Chucky? Definitely let me know. Then you've also got 3 from Hell here, which 3 from Hell is very good, very underrated, I would say. I'm not a huge fan of Rob Zombie outside of a few movies. 3 from Hell happens to be one of the movies I really like. Was this movie needed? No, not necessarily, but I like that we continued with the Firefly family. I love Bill Moseley as Otis. I think that Sherry Moon Zombie does a great job as Baby. Bringing in Richard Brake, I thought he was a great addition here. And if Rob Zombie only made movies with the Firefly family, I'd be happy, dude. I honestly would. That would just be me, dude. I would watch that shit constantly if he only made movies about the Firefly family. I'd be up for it, dude. I thought this was good, man. Then you also have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Crawl, which, by the way, Crawl actually is a really good sort of killer alligator movie. I thought that was really well done, dude. There's only a few really killer crocodile alligator movies that I really absolutely enjoy. This happens to be one of the ones that I thought was pretty damn good, honestly. Other movies like Alligator is really good. Eaten Alive is really good too. I really enjoy that one quite a bit. Crawl, I would say maybe not as good as those two, but I would definitely put it up there, man. Not bad. Critters Attack, which unfortunately, man, I gotta admit, I'm not a huge fan of Critters Attack. I think it's a very...
I think it's just...
See, I love the Critters franchise, dude. I really do, man. Even sort of the lesser movies like Part 4, the one in space, dude, I still think that's really good, despite a lot of people shitting on that. Critters Attack, I was really wanting it to be good. I was wanting it to be another great addition in the Critters catalog, but I just thought it was a lame attempt to make a Critters movie. I didn't really like the kills here. I thought the characters were not really all that interesting. And bringing Dee Wallace back for a really small role just felt kind of cheap to me. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of this one, guys. It kind of let me down, man. It did. Where would I rank it among the Critters movies? I would probably rank it dead last. I mean, you guys might not like some of the other Critters movies, but I think Critters 3 and 4 are pretty damn good. This one, kind of on the lame side. Then you have the Blu-ray of Christine, which, by the way, I think this is definitely a really great sort of horror Valentine's Day movie. I really honestly do. I think it's really cool, man. Sort of a boy in love with his car. Yeah, kind of a Valentine's Day, and the car happens to be sort of possessed and wanting to kill people. The loyalty that a car has. Why can't I get my car to kill people? Well, you know, I mean, just thinking out loud. Anyways, it's actually a really great movie, man. It's actually a great Carpenter film. I love the kills here with the car. I think that's a really great adaptation of a Stephen King story. And as I was saying earlier with Dr. Sleep, it depends on the filmmaker and the material and what they do with it that really counts. I don't know if Christine really adheres completely to the Stephen King story, but what John Carpenter did with it I thought was really imaginative. And you could make this movie nowadays with CGI with the car, but something about sort of old school practical effects with the car and everything, especially that whole scene where the car reassembles itself, you could do that with CGI, but sort of something about it would get lost with CGI. Practical effects for the time. That's why I love this movie, dude. It's old school effects that really make this movie shine, dude. I think the car is killer. I think the horror is great here, man. And definitely I would consider this a Valentine's Day horror film, for sure, man. You also have a horror 2-pack of The Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses, which, by the way, I really do love both of these movies. A great, dare I say, a great trilogy with Three from Hell. I think you could end with The Devil's Rejects, and I don't think I would ever hate you guys for that. I think that The Devil's Rejects is the best movie out of these two, out of these three, I would say. And I think that Rob Zombie did a really awesome job here, man. I think these are some of Rob Zombie's best movies. I know some people are going to say things like Halloween and other movies, maybe 31, but I'm telling you guys, like, The Devil's Rejects and things like House of a Thousand Corpses can't be beat, man. It was the right time, and it was the right cast, and I don't know, something about these movies really is still very special to me. I just think Rob Zombie, I don't think he'll ever be as good as these movies. That's just my opinion, man. Are they Valentine's Day movies, though? Some weird, fucked up Valentine's Day movies. And then the last thing I'm seeing is they have a 2-film collection of Deep Blue Sea and Deep Blue Sea 2. Now look, I love Deep Blue Sea. I will never for a single fucking second apologize for how much I love Deep Blue Sea. That movie is great. I love that movie, dude. I think the shark stuff in that is great. I love the old school LL Cool J song, like, my head is like a shark's fin. I love that stuff, dude. And by the way, the Samuel L. Jackson death is fucking amazing, dude. I love it. He's making this big speech. We need to get out of here and we need to work together, and suddenly the shark comes in and fucking bites his ass, and I'm like, dude, that's fucking brilliant. I think that movie's great, dude. I would love to see a standalone collector's edition release of Deep Blue Sea 2. And honestly, I really have no interest in seeing Deep Blue Sea 2. The movie's not terrible, but from all accounts, from what I've heard, the movie pales in comparison to Deep Blue Sea, and so for me, it's never something that I'm really interested in checking out. But if you guys want to check it out, no fault to you, but Deep Blue Sea is where it's at, dude. That is where it's at, man. Some interesting horror selection right here, guys. Not half bad. Which ones of these titles would you consider Valentine's Day horror? The perfect Valentine's Day horror. I know which one I'm picking, but I'm curious as to what you guys think. Interesting display. Wasn't expecting a bloody Valentine display, but you never know what you'll find. All right. Let's see if they got anything else. All right, everybody, we are in the last area for the new releases and to check out a couple of other titles that I'm seeing. And the first thing that I get to check out here is the Blu-ray of Grand Isle for $14.99. And I got to admit, man, I kind of look forward to these Nicolas Cage straight-to-DVD Blu-ray movies now. I really do, man. Because ever since sort of Nicolas Cage got in trouble with the IRS and he owes a lot of money to them and he's in debt, he kind of takes on all these weird movies and he's no longer really trying to get an Oscar anymore or be the big Hollywood guy and sort of take on these prestige projects. He just takes whatever movie he can get and he says yes to everything. And sometimes you get really tame Nicolas Cage, like you get like tame Nicolas Cage in a movie like Running with the Devil. And then you get something like Grand Isle, which is kind of a little bit of calm, very sinister Nicolas Cage, but there's moments of really wild and crazy-eyed Nicolas Cage, like he's gonna go off and like, man, like really fuck you up. Like, I kind of like that, dude. And the Grand Isle has some really good Nicolas Cage to it, man. It really does, man. You know, there's so many sides to Nicolas Cage, dude. And I prefer the more wild, crazier, sinister Nicolas Cage. So this movie was definitely one I enjoyed more. But, yeah, I really dug this one, man. It's not bad. It even has a vibe of, like, 90s erotic thrillers type of movies as well. Like In the House where these people are trying to manipulate you emotionally and sexually and take advantage of you. It has even those vibes to it. It's not bad, man. I really enjoyed that one. Crazy enough. I was not expecting much out of Grand Isle, but it surprised me. No special features, though, which really sucks. Eh. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Trauma Center for $14.99. And really, let me be honest with you guys. When was the last time that Bruce Willis was really good in a movie? I mean, I'm serious, man. Like, the last time I really loved him in a movie was the remake to Death Wish, which was a couple years ago. I really liked him in Death Wish. I thought he was really good in it. Previously, after that, I would say was Looper, and Looper was back in 2012, I believe. So it's been a while, man. You know, the problem with Bruce Willis is that he sort of has done his fair share of movies, dude. He's done his movies. He's done the Die Hards. He's done all of these really great films, and he doesn't feel like he really needs to try anymore, which really fucking sucks, dude. I mean, just because you've made a lot of really great movies already doesn't mean that you can't make more. It kind of feels like he's went bottom of the barrel, dude. He's not trying anymore. He's getting a paycheck just off of the Willis name, which really sucks, man. I still like Bruce Willis, dude, and that's why I watch these movies. Not to torture myself, but because I always want to watch a movie and say, dude, that's the old Willis that I remember, dude, and I love. I just haven't seen it for a while, man. But I still believe in the guy. I really honestly do. I mean, let me know when's the last time you really thought Willis was trying, dude. Really let me know, man. And you get no special features on here as well, dude. No special features at all. God, look at that weird photoshopped head, man. That still looks weird to me. Like a weird, fucked up cantaloupe. Ugh, alright. Well, hey, this is that. They also have the Blu-ray digital of Waves for $14.99. And I just still want to say I'm really surprised that this movie didn't get a lot of Oscar love or anything. But then again, there's so many movies that were so good last year that I kind of feel like certain movies got drowned out, and Waves is one of them. But definitely give it a chance. It's one of those ones where I feel like people may not have heard about the movie quite a bit, but it's not bad though. Definitely worth checking out, man. You get here audio commentary, a few featurettes, Q&A, deleted scenes. Not bad features, man. Not bad at all, man. Definitely give this one a look, man. Some great emotion and phenomenal acting in this thing. Really good. And then I'm also seeing over here they have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Dragonheart Vengeance for $17.99. You know, I was really thinking about this one. I was thinking about what are some really good dragon movies. And I was thinking like, well, they have sort of Reign of Fire, which is really good. I really like that one quite a bit. They also have sort of Hobbit Desolation of Smaug, which that was actually not a bad dragon in that one either. But to be honest, there really isn't a lot of really great dragon movies out there. There really isn't. Honestly, I mean, outside of Reign of Fire, which I really enjoy and think that movie's really kick-ass, I can't say that there's a lot of them out there that are really worth your time. Really not. I mean, of course you can say How to Train Your Dragon, but that's more kids than anything else. I'm not saying that's not worth it, but, you know, something more adult with that. I mean, I think some of you will probably say Game of Thrones, and those dragons are really badass. Those dragons are really cool, but not really much in the way of good dragon movies. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, again, outside of Reign of Fire, is there really anything else that you can really recommend? Outside of Reign of Fire, a really great original dragon movie, outside of the first Dragonheart as well, which I think is actually pretty good. Definitely let me know, man. You get a new legend in creating Siveth. Interesting. 5 movies. This is a franchise that has 5 movies to it. You know, there's certain times where I look at a franchise and I look at how many movies they have, and I'm kind of like, really? They have 5 movies. It shocks me, dude, but Dragonheart apparently is a popular enough franchise, kind of like the Tremors one. They're always making Tremors movies, and I kind of feel like they're always going to make Dragonheart movies. Like, in a couple years' time, we'll see another Dragonheart movie. Whatever. Dragonheart, key to my heart or some bullshit, I don't know. Then the other thing I'm seeing over here, they do have that Blu-ray DVD of Danton. Again, I don't really know much about anime, guys, but I definitely wanted to show it off for you, man. Definitely let me know what you think of that one. And then they also have the Blu-ray DVD digital of Playing with Fire for $19.99. Now look. Does big leading men, strong leading men, really have to do a kids movie? Do they really have to? Is it really required in their contract to make them? Apparently it is, because whether it's the Tooth Fairy or the Pacifier or Playing with Fire or Kindergarten Cop or whatever, it seems like everybody says, well, you need to do a kids movie. You need to be kid friendly. And I don't think everything is really equal to that. I mean, I remember back in the day when Burt Reynolds did a Cop and a Half, and that movie was not good, man. Cop and a Half was not a good movie. I think that was at the time when Burt Reynolds was wearing a hairpiece or something. It looked really bad, dude. But that movie was not good, man. And then there was that movie with Chuck Norris, Sidekicks, which, by the way, out of any kids movie, and as much as I love Kindergarten Cop, there are some grown-worthy moments. I think Sidekicks is probably great. I mean, it's not even really much of a kids movie, as it's more of like directed more at like early teens, mid-teens, I would say. But I thought Chuck Norris was really great in that one, man. I mean, I love John Cena. And I think John Cena's a great actor, right? You know, whether it's Bumblebee or, you know, some of the other movies that he's done, he's really good in that stuff. And I am looking forward to him in Fast 9, but I hope he kind of got it out of his system. You know, I hope he sort of did it and it's done. Because I kind of feel like, for some reason, people's agents are like, well, now that you've done a really popular action movie and everything, you need to do a kids film. Because that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger did. That's what Chuck Norris did. That's what Burt Reynolds did. And look at them. But that was, you know, that was sort of the 90s and the 80s, and kids movies back then were not always exactly the most politically correct movies of all time. You could do things that you can't do nowadays, and Playing with Fire is just really too goofy for its own good. And it's movies like Pacifier and Tooth Fairy are, to me, yeah, they may make kids smile for like a moment or two, but I think they're complete and utter bullshit, dude. You know, they can't touch movies like sidekicks or kindergarten cop. I mean, that's just my opinion. Definitely let me know what you guys think of big, strong actors doing kids movies. It really is a genre all in itself. Honestly, it really is, man. You have story time with John Cena, deleted scenes, bloopers, outtakes, and more. The kids are cute in it, and I won't fault the kids, but this movie is just the same old shit, man. Just repackaged. That's it. And you could watch other movies that are much better, and you don't have to waste your time with this like I did. It was a waste of time. That's it. I wish somebody could take all of those copies of Playing with Fire and put them in a brush fire and they wouldn't get rescued. Honestly. Just my thought, guys. Other than that, that's all I'm seeing over here, guys. I don't see any Rabid or The Good Liar, unfortunately. But still a lot of really great selection regardless, guys. So definitely worth it checking this place out, guys. Alright. Not bad, man. Let's head out. I'd say it's pretty good over at Best Buy this week, guys. I mean, you have a really great exclusive steelbook for Dr. Sleep. You have a couple of really great displays, especially that Be My Valentine display, which that's some pretty cool titles in the Valentine's Day horror display. And if your gal is a horror fan, some pretty good selection for you and your gal to check out, man. On top of all of the big name titles, the independent releases. Yeah, some good variety and selection this week, man. And I think there's actually a lot of really great variety among all the stores, to be honest with you guys. Oh, well, not all the stores. I mean, Walmart wasn't the greatest, but that was just one Walmart. But I think we definitely made up for it in a big bad way, guys. So I hope you definitely enjoyed all of the trip to all the stores. Hope you enjoyed Best Buy. Let's head home and finish the video. Alright guys, so we're not going home quite yet. We are making one more pit stop. I know it's a long video, but we're going to make one more pit stop and we are going back into Walmart. We are going back into the Walmart that I went into at the beginning of the video because I want to see whether or not they have any stock in of the titles that came out this week. I know they didn't have anything, but I want to see whether they might have gotten stuff in and whether or not they put anything out. Just on the off chance. I'm just kind of curious. So I'm going to go in and check that out. So let's see if they did get anything in, guys. Alright, guys. So I am in at the Walmart that I was at early, midday, and I want to show off. I came back just to check on the off chance, just to check whether they would have anything. And this is what I'm finding. I'm going to show you. They've got Dr. Sleep. They've got the Blu-ray, the 4K, the DVD. They've got The Good Liar, the Blu-ray, the DVD. They've got Grand Isle, the DVD, the Blu-ray, Playing with Fire. They also have, over here, they have Last Christmas, Blu-ray, DVD. Yep. So, midday, when I got here, they had nothing. And now, they have stuff. That kind of ticks me off a little bit, guys, because you're telling me that you couldn't put it out in the midday, but you can put it out now. Yeah. Not happy about that one, guys. Not happy one bit about that one. I wanted to show you this, to show you what kind of baloney this is. I was almost willing to forgive Walmart and say, well, look, they probably didn't get any stock in and they just didn't put anything out. But no, you can clearly see they had stock. Yep, they did. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys, that I came back here. I kind of told you guys I would. I almost was not going to, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance and go back. I'm damn glad that I did. Could they have gotten the truck in late? Possible. Or is it possible that maybe the employees just didn't care to look for a while, and then when people were finally demanding, that's when they finally brought the stock out? I don't want to start speculating, but yeah, it's a little bit of a conundrum at times. But at least we saw some stuff here, but it's a little too late. But anyways, guys, I wanted to show you what they had here. I'm glad I came back at least once. Alright, well now we can finally head back home. Alright, everybody, that'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And what a wild and crazy out and about media adventure we had yet again, guys. And I think what this out and about really proves, to be honest with you, is that, you know, yes, you need to go to all these stores to really check out all the media that anybody has, but even more than that, it's really, I've tried my best to hold these stores accountable for the media that they have, or lack thereof of the media that they have. And what I truly mean by that at the end of the day, guys, is that we need to hold these stores accountable. We really do, because if physical media is going to survive, then we need all hands on deck. Because I've literally seen articles and people talking about the end of physical media, and the way it survives is keeping the medium viable, keeping it visible to the public. When people see empty shelves of media, when they see, you know, media that's not there and just empty holes, and they wanted to buy it and then they can't, they move on, they forget about it. These people could have had a disc in their hand and they could have went and bought it. And it really saddens me when I see that at times, because we really need to keep the medium alive. You know, I've been around long enough to see CDs really die down quite a bit. I mean, yes, we still see them in stores, but they're very seldom there, and there's not really much to choose from. I've looked. It's barely even a thing now. I mean, yes, you have the records coming back, and yes, you know, there's still a lot there to choose from, and it is coming back, but it's also not as big as it could be. You know, I mean, digital is very prevalent now. People are streaming quite a bit. And, you know, you need that physical media out in a store and for somebody to see it with their eyes and be able to recognize it and look at it and pick it up and buy it. When it's not there, that's a problem. And that's why I always am really supportive of all of these stores keeping physical media alive. That's why you see me praise Target at times, that they have all the great physical media out, because you need to. You need to praise these people when they're doing good, and you need to end up, you know, holding them to the flame when they're not. Because, you know, that's what we're going to do. That we're going to award people for the good that they do, and we're gonna, you know, have to end up, you know, maybe scolding them a little bit if they don't. It's not that we're being mean. It's not that I'm sitting here wanting these people to fail. I want everybody to succeed. I want to see a great amount of media at every store, because I want there to be enough variety and selection for anybody to go any place that they want to go and buy the media that they want to buy. That's what I want. And sometimes we just don't get it. And, you know, I think it's about time that we need to recognize that if we don't all work together, if we seriously don't all work together, every single one of us, including the stores, to keep physical media alive, then it will die. And I don't want to see that, guys. You know, I do my part, I know you guys do your part, and I know the stores do at times do their part. But it's about time to understand that we need to work together in order to keep this alive, to keep it strong. We really do. This is something I'm hugely passionate about, guys. I wave the flag for physical media constantly. I've been a huge fan of physical media since I was watching VHS tapes, you know, on my mother and father's VHS player. I've worked at Media Play. I've stocked the physical media. I own a ton in my collection. I do the YouTube stuff. I am a hardcore fan of physical media. I love it. And seeing that at the stores sometimes really frustrates me, guys, but it's the passion that I have. And it's the passion that really comes out. And to me, I am somebody who feels that I want this generation for my kids. I want this media for that generation and the next generation and the next generation after that. That's what I want. I don't want a world where all we do is stream. I just don't want it. Because there's so many titles that I've bought, so many titles that I've got that will never see the light of day on streaming. That will never get a chance to even find a home on a Netflix or a Disney Plus or a Hulu. That just won't be a possibility. And so I'm very passionate about it. And when I am sometimes really passionate in my thoughts and sometimes very heated, you guys just have to understand that I'm coming from a place of wanting to keep this alive, not just for myself, but for everyone else who loves it just as much as I do. So I hope you understand at times why I get very heated and why I get riled up at times, because this is personal to me. My love of movies and physical media has gained me so many friends in my life, and so many acquaintances, and so many things that I would not have had otherwise. And so, to keep this medium alive, not only is it something that I love, but it truly is a personal passion. And so, I hope you guys are with me on that. Definitely let me know your opinions on that one. I get heated at times, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes I do need to get heated at times to make a point. It just has to happen, guys. But regardless, man, there was so much really great media that came out this week, and I hope you guys picked up something cool. There was a ton of stuff, man. I mean, so much variety to choose from. If you guys didn't pick up anything, I'd be really shocked. Definitely let me know what you guys picked up. As far as I'm concerned, well, God, let's start with the first package that I got from Amazon Prime, and this is actually a Arrow Video title that came out last month. Now, I'm just getting it now, but this is a horror title, a slasher horror movie that I've never seen. I never heard of until it got announced, and everybody was like, oh my god, I can't believe this is getting released. This is an unknown gem, and it needs to be seen more. And so I'm like, okay, I really need to check this one out. So I'm taking a gamble on this one. You guys know I really like a good slasher, and I'm somebody that wants to really see these sort of unknown gems get more love. So I'm going to give it a chance, dude. And I always love Arrow Video. They do a great job. So this is definitely one that was on my radar. I'm glad I got it. I also got a couple of titles in the mail from Diabolic DVD. Now, these are two Scream Factory titles that came out last month. Just getting them now. And two horror titles that are from two different eras. And one is sort of a TV movie, and the other is sort of a theatrical sort of horror film that really didn't get a lot of love when it came out. I've heard people really love both of these movies. I've never seen either of them, but again, I've researched these ones enough, and people have praised it enough that I want to give these two a chance. So adding more Scream Factory into the collection ain't half bad, guys, so I definitely got that. I also got a package in the mail from a Facebook user that I participate in this sort of cult horror Facebook group. And this is a title that I have been wanting for a long time. I really honestly have. And it's actually a DVD. Now, you guys know that I don't really buy DVDs all that much. I do sometimes at the Dollar Tree, and sometimes I may keep them, sometimes I may not, depending on really, if I really love the title, I may give it to a family or a friend. But this one is a movie that I saw way back in the day, in the VHS era. I've loved it. It's actually one that has been at the Dollar Tree stores that I just have not been able to find. And one of the users ended up contacting me, said, hey, I have this, and I have an extra copy. Would you like one? And I said, sure. And I said, how much do I owe you? And he said, you don't have to pay me. This is just from one collector to another, and you know, I hope you enjoy it. And oh my god, man, how amazing is that? For somebody to go out of their way to just be kind enough to give somebody a media disc. That rarely happens, guys. I mean, you know, on eBay and everything, we're so like money hungry. We're so money, money, money. I want it. I want it. You know, give me money for this. That somebody just went out of their way to say, hey, man, you know, I'm gonna send it to you because of the love of physical media. That means a lot to me. I usually don't show off DVDs, but this one I am gonna show off because I really love the title, and this guy went out of his way to really send me something cool, and I really do appreciate it. So I got this package. I can't wait to open it up for you guys and show you what I have in that. This is a really cool title. I'm really happy to finally have it in the collection. And last but certainly not least, I got a title over at Target, guys. Now this is one of the new releases that came out this week, and you know, it's a title that I think people are really going to appreciate years from now. You know, you're following up such a great movie and such an iconic film, and I think a lot of people were very hesitant about it. People were not sure about it. I think over time people are really going to appreciate it. Until now, well, until then, I think it's a very underrated gem that I think really needs to be in the collection, and I can't wait to definitely watch it again. So I got that. So I got a Target, a package from a Facebook user, 2 Blu-rays from Diabolic, and a Blu-ray from Amazon Prime. Quite a lot of media that I picked up, guys. Oh, quite the haul for the beginning of February. And you guys are not going to be able to find out exactly what I picked up until my February pickups, which will drop sometime in March. It'll show off all of the releases that I got for the month. And so far, you've got collector's editions, you've got retro titles, a bunch of horror, a cool $1 DVD, and so much more that's coming, because I'm going to get a lot of really great stuff in February. Cool limited editions and so much more titles, man. February is going to be a really good month, so I'm very, very happy with what I know I'm going to be picking up, and there could be some surprises as well. So there's going to be a lot of really great media, so definitely stay tuned to what I got for sure, guys. And definitely stay tuned to the channel for more reviews. Definitely check out the November Blu-ray pickup video that I put up. I finally posted that after quite a while. It finally is up, guys. Got us a lot of really great titles in November. Definitely check that out. The December pickup should be coming out in the next couple of weeks. On top of a lot of great movie topic videos and so much great stuff coming to the channel, guys. So definitely keep a lookout for all that. And if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD out and about videos I do, the movie huntings, the Blu-ray pickup videos, and so much more. If you're a lover of movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank you guys so much for your support, the comments, the subscribing. It's absolutely amazing. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. How freaking ridiculous is that? It's craziness. I couldn't do it without you, and I thank you guys so much for your undying support. I hope I give the love right back to you guys. If you like how I talk about movies, then definitely hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. And keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Film Fan 108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. Alright guys, I will see you back next week for possibly another wild ride of physical media goodness. Take care everybody, and happy hunting.